So Paul Loudon, I'm Sales Director for Electrosonic.
So what's your approach to integration projects?
Every integrator has its area of focus, be that a vertical, be that specialism, but I think the commonality is really in the challenges we have with the customers that we deal with in the corporate space. So I think even though we have our own nuances and target markets, I think that it's the customer's requirements of the AV industry that is the constant.
Presumably you need to really get a good grip of what the customer needs.
You know, certainly some of the projects that they deploy in, if you think about our industry, most of our projects are driven by some element of compelling event, a refresh, utilization, everything like that. So I think that drives the scope of the projects, and even though they're different industries, the scope is relatively constant.
Is AV and IT now just part of the same infrastructure, or are they separate?
So I don't think it's necessarily always comes down to an infrastructure, or there is an element of that. You know, most of the equipment that we deploy now sits on the network, so there is an element of that. But I think it's really the decision-making process and what IT decisions makers look for for the projects to be compliant. And then the second thing I think is we are all competing in a bigger space now. You know, even though the opportunities, the IT budgets are significantly bigger than the AV budgets, we're competing not just with AV projects, we're competing with IT projects. So we have to think about you know, how we help the AV influencers to construct the business cases to take to the IT decision makers for them to understand the return on their investment on this project. I think that's the key thing for me.